That first night when Arnold came to work, and it was his first night of shooting in the picture, and he came out of his trailer in the Terminator wardrobe with the sunglasses, you know, with the big shotgun, and he walks onto the set to do his first scene. I just turned to everybody and I said, now we're making a Terminator movie.
You're talking to me?
It's very important to always introduce the Terminator in the right way, because he arrives from the future nude. What happens now? How does he get his clothes? And the women just go absolutely insane.
Your clothes.
Talk to the hand.
And they have no idea that this is the Terminator.
To see him in his gear, the recognizable glasses, and the outfit that like everyone knows from the movies, and it is surreal.
And action.
I have a lot of different sets of the same pieces of clothing because it goes through a lot of phases of distress.
So out of the 40 sketches or so, we made 5 prototypes, and our director's going to pick one. My favorite is the red one. I hope that's the one we'll use, but I really like them all. I mean, I designed them, so I should like them, shouldn't I?
It's a great costume. It's really kind of like the finishing, touch to the feeling and the strength, and with the hair, and it's been really great and easy to move in. For the most part, it's a little bit like a sausage, like I call it. It all just kind of comes together. But in this heat with this red leather, I don't think I'll be too eager to put it back on.
No matter where I go, people ask me, when are you going to do another Terminator?
It is time.
It really blew me away.
It's a Terminator movie. It's so exciting.
Run!
We are using the most edge-of-the-art visual effects technology that exists.
Wow, I'm a Terminator in a Terminator movie.
She'll be back.
Terminator is like the perfect role for me.
Yes, John Connor.
I know what I need to do in order to make the Terminator character shine.
The worldwide audience embraced this character. They just love the Terminator.
Get down!
Arnold, as a Terminator 1, he actually was a real bad guy. Terminator 2, he is a protector. He comes to protect John Connor.
You here to kill me?
No, you must live. Terminator comes back in order to stop a female Terminator who has been also sent back to help with the rise of the machines.
DX is faster, more powerful, and more intelligent. It's a far more effective killing machine.
Oh, great.
She's deadly, she's dangerous, and you have no idea what she's capable of doing next.
TX is here to make sure that what's supposed to happen in the future does happen.
John, what is he saying?
Judgment Day. The end of the world. It's today, 3 hours from now.
2 hours and 53 minutes. Get out of here! Now!
The only way that the rise of the machines in the future can continue the way the machines have planned it is by eliminating John Connor.
It's 10 years later, and he's grown up. He feels like he stopped Judgment Day, but at the same time, something in the back of his head is telling him not to drop his guard. I I should feel safe. But I don't.
Here's a character who's never really had a father. The only father figure who's ever even experienced in his life is a robot.
Do you even remember me? Blowing up Cyberdyne? Hasta la vista, baby?
That was a different T-101.
What, do you guys come off an assembly line or something?
Exactly.
She finds John Connor in her veterinary clinic. She assumes that he is some vagabond, and soon after that, she's kidnapped.
To have a character who's an outsider to the whole thing, who's experiencing it for the first time, really gives the audience that necessary perspective.
Tell her who I am.
John Connor is leader of the worldwide resistance and last best hope of humankind.
Hey, go to hell.
It's like I'm penetrating the screen, you know, this story that I've been raised with is suddenly now a real part of my life.
I swear I will. I'll shoot you.
Go ahead, see what happens.
Language needs to help them to get through this and to get them to safety.
We need a new vehicle.
I don't know if I will be able to be starstruck ever again, you know, because it just doesn't get any bigger than Arnold Schwarzenegger. It really doesn't.
Good take. I love it. No sign of brain trauma.
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
There's something about, I think, the character of the Terminator that gives you the license to break the tension of really suspenseful scenes with something really comedic, and yet you go back into the suspense.
I'll drive.
He's a guy who really focused on his work, but at the same time likes to have fun.
Are you talking to me?
He definitely has a good sense of humor.
All right, now into the serious.
John Connor was here. Where did he go?
The great thing about TX is that, unlike the past Terminators, she's a female, so she can use her femininity and certain attributes to achieve her goals.
Lady, have you any idea how fast you were going?
I like your gun.
It's really wild to see a villain that looks that good.
Kristana has done a wonderful job. She has a fascinating look and feel about her that just makes her out of this world.
Her movements were perfect. She made the movements that were not humanly possible. She was very flexible, and she understood martial arts. And at the same time, she kept her face totally straight without showing any effort, which was key to the character.
I like getting right in there and doing whatever it takes to make it look as great as it possibly can.
I'd been a huge fan of both movies from the time I was young. I was chomping at the bit to get a piece of it.
Nick Stall's perfect for that character. I think that he did an incredible job.
Very nice. Okay.
It's difficult to find somebody who is 22, 23 years old and yet feels like, in some sense, they're carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders.
There's enough C4 here to take out 10 supercomputers. We're gonna make it, Kate.
I always feel safe when he's on screen with me.
What? Nothing. It's just, you remind me of my mother.
I was so happy to play someone who's as resourceful and self-reliant and clever as she is.
Let's go, John!
Claire Danes was a feisty girl and terrific actress. So it was really fun working with her because it's very tough, especially for women that come in from movies that have never had any physical contact, and then they come in and all of a sudden they do the stunts and do all of this kind of crazy stuff.
Relax.
It took me about a month to finally sort of accept and believe that I was making an action movie.
And action.
It was very important when we chose a new director to find somebody that feels comfortable doing visual effects, comfortable with the big stunts and setting up huge scenes with a movie that is of epic proportions.
And cut. Perfect. Great.
He wants to stay true to the tone of the other films, but at the same time, he's making his own movie.
I just focused on telling a story that I, as a moviegoer and as a fan of the Terminator franchise, would want to see.
Jonathan's created a really wonderful atmosphere on the set. It's surprisingly calm and relaxed.
That's pretty much the reaction, I would say, of every person that runs across the Terminator when they see him.
He's not one to mess with.
I think we better go.
I think people are fascinated and love robots and love machines and love the whole technology of what we are able to create.
We built robots. In Terminator 1, we pretended. In Terminator 2, we went a little further. In Terminator 3, we're building robots.
You get a little bit of the history of how all the Terminators have been created. What was the first model, which we've never really seen in any of the movies, the T1.
I spent months working in the designs of these T1 robots. No matter how deeply involved you get with the details, when you see it all put together for the first time, it's incredible.
Those are really impressive. They're huge and they're very heavy.
There is no digital T1. Everything you see is a completely performing robot.
What makes Stan Winston win all those Academy Awards for Best Effect Makeup and special effects and all those kind of things is because he's a genius.
Hello, Arnold.
He has this mad vision.
You got more skin than I did.
Stan Winston and his studio has created a Terminator that looks exactly like me. That did several of the scenes, especially when it has to do with fire and explosions and stuff like that. I have never seen anything like this. Great abs. Each stunt to me is always an exciting new adventure.
Arnold got into incredible physical shape for this movie. That's not special effects, that's just old-fashioned working out.
I kept seeing him in my workouts and just going, okay, I can do it, I can do it.
It's all just been one sort of endless stream of running and panting, and kicking and screaming for help.
3.
These actors, every night they got home and I know they just collapsed into bed.
It takes, quite a lot of endurance.
2.
I will remember the weeks that I spent hanging on a hook of a huge monster crane. It was really close calls many times.
1.
Totally surreal, totally.
It's a different world of movie making altogether. It's amazing.
It was a lot of fun.
Everyone understands the fear of machines taking over. Machines are being smarter than human beings.
This can't be happening.
The rise of the machines.
Do something!
Hi, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Going right back to my scene, right over there.
That's fine.
Very nice. Hasta la vista, baby.
That's a good one.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I've been asked many times to do video games. I always felt like this doesn't look like me. I mean, this is not my face. So I always stayed away from that if it is not my likeness or if it doesn't do the movie justice.
I did have a thought that they would probably make a video game. I would be the predator since I am the bad guy in the film.
There's so many corners and recesses of the Terminator mythology that you can explore, and a movie lets you explore a certain number of them, but you only have 2 hours in a movie. In a video game, you have as much time as you want to spend. It allows you to explore all the areas and aspects of the story that you yourself might be interested in.
I think a lot of video games that are done that are based on movies might not use a lot of the scenes from the movies, a lot of the characters. In this, it's sort of a continuation of the movie.
In order to be different, I think it is about the quality, it's about the playability, it's about the story, it's about the characters, and I think we've given them the kind of ammunition that allows that to happen.
What we all wanted out of it is to try to be as faithful to the story of the film after a certain point. And then you give them, the flexibility to go and explore things that are maybe mentioned in the movie.
The wonderful thing is that the gaming industry and the movie industry, especially the science fiction, fantasy, and horror movie industry genre, the audiences are the same. In today's world, the mind of the kid who loves this type of movie loves games.
What happens with a lot of these video games is that the companies just sort of piggyback onto the movie and they release a video game that has the title of the movie and some visual content of it, but basically is just sort of an afterthought. And what's great about what Atari and Black Ops did in the case of Terminator 3 is early on we said, we're going to do a video game, we want to make it a world-class video game.
We share all of our design tools, everything that we use, all of our characters, full-size puppets, full-size animatronics, and information from our digital designs with anyone who needs it, be it houses that are going to create the digital effects, or in a case like this, the gaming division.
The backgrounds, the sets, all of the things that help make the movie will help make the video game even better.
We worked really very closely with the video game developers to make sure that the game was a full experience of seeing the movie and not just some sort of afterthought that a video game company was dumping out in the marketplace.
John Connor, it is time.
We did actually shoot one scene that we wanted to put in the video game. It makes the game even more real than a game, it makes it like movie plus.
It's a scene that helps the audience understand how the Terminator came to be.
Hi, I'm Chief Master Sergeant William Candy.
Why is Terminator always coming back from the future with the same body, with the same accent, the same look?
It clears up the mystery about the mythology of the Terminator, about how this machine became the machine and why it looks like Arnold.
It is now within our power to make war safe, and that is truly priceless.
I don't know about that accent.
We can fix it.
TX is the latest, most sophisticated cyborg model. Obviously, she's a woman, so she's got some new powers and traits and definitely plays upon her femininity to achieve her goals.
She is equipped with all kinds of weapons that she can produce from out of her body. It makes her a very fierce competitor and a much more sophisticated Terminator, I would say.
The design of the TX was probably our most important job on Terminator 3. She had to be stronger than Arnold, more advanced than Arnold, and fit under the skin of Kristana Loken.
The TX is more powerful, is stronger, is faster, has more capabilities.
Oh my God!
Frankly, you're kind of outmatched, so it's pretty tricky how you manage to get around the obstacles that she throws at you during the game.
It's beyond me that it took us 3 movies to realize that the baddest of all Terminators was going to be a female.
She's definitely got few tricks up her sleeve.
You have storylines that are occurring in the future, storylines that occur in the present, storylines in the past. For a movie, it's very hard to bounce around between all those different time frames. But the great thing about a video game is you can explore all those different dimensions. The thing that had me really excited about the video game is that here's a chance for us to explore all these different timelines in a parallel format. And I think that's incredibly exciting, simply from a storytelling point of view. Of course, it makes for a great game as well, but it's a wonderful companion with the movie itself.
The game's basic premise in general is we're actually mirroring the movie in addition to adding some sequences that are normally off-screen or away from the movie.
You'll be able to basically get the full feel of what it's like to be in that future post-Holocaust nuclear war with the Skynet sort of dominating the skies and in the communication systems, things like that.
This is the first time on the video games that we actually integrate the classic first-person shooter gameplay with the hand-to-hand combat.
We will actually have full game levels and full environments in which you are playing Arnold in a first-person shooting mode where you are utilizing multiple weapons to complete various objectives, but then in specific encounters, you actually jump into the role where the camera switches from a first-person view and swings out to a third-person perspective, and you're actually fighting the TX, and you're using hand-to-hand combat moves.
It's like a mini fighting game where you get to pick the TX up and hurl her into a wall and break something.
You actually get to pick up a rocket launcher. You get to pick up a phase plasma rifle. You get to fight all the forces of Skynet that you've never been able to do before.
With the hand-to-hand combat, we basically have really been able to sort of follow certain scenes in the movie that are really kind of thrilling, where there's these fights between Arnold and the TX. We got some of the best guys in Hollywood, the stunt guys, these smash kit guys, put these guys on wires, and we're able to simulate what it would be like to be a Terminator and take another big infiltrator Terminator and pick him up in the air and then throw him into a wall with all that weight and force.
Arnold is a Terminator, and the TX is a Terminator. They do not know Kung Fu. They fight like a machine would fight. Rigid, bashing maneuvers, shoves, grabs, throws, etc.
If you play the game, it makes you more interested in seeing the movie, and if you see the movie, it makes the game a much richer experience to play.
I think that the video game adds a lot to the mythology of the Terminator.
Video games have become so advanced. The kid that's playing it is watching the movie and operating their own characters within the movie. So I think it's become so realistic and so enticing. It's like watching the movie that you can control.
I'm a gamer. I love playing games, and I'm always looking for the new one. I can't wait to play get as much play time as I can on T3 the game.
I love the way in my image looks, the way the Terminator looks, and also it does justice to the movie.
All these graphics are like just so realistic. All the faces look just like real life. It's pretty amazing.
The best way to describe it would be like two bulldozers just going at it. Just sheer force, sheer strength. None of that Hong Kong Fooey shit. Just brutal force.
It is fantastic, it looks great, and everyone will enjoy it.
Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, available now.
I'm powered by 2 hydrogen fuel cells. My primary cell was damaged by the plasma cannon.
Oh, that's great. Sorry. That's really good.
want. You're wasting your time.
Incorrect. John Connor leads the resistance to victory.
How? Why? Why me?
Because you're John Connor. Good.
Yes. Yeah, we'll do it first when you take a step forward and negotiate.
Crank it up, getting down, turn around, funky thing going down, rock it out, funk it up. Funky, funky, what you say? Funky man know how to play. Rock it out, shake it up, grooving on it, grooving on it.
She'll be back.
Does that bother you now?
Illusion is a human concept based in illusion. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah.
CRS, Cyber Research Systems, present a preview of our upcoming product line. Say hello to the soldier of tomorrow, the T-1 battlefield robot, a fully autonomous ground defensive system. And in the air, the hunter-killer aerial weapons platform. This isn't science fiction, it's reality, thanks to our top-secret innovation, Skynet, the revolutionary artificially intelligent battlefield management network. From intercontinental missiles to the individual soldier in the field, Skynet is able to control.
Sorry, I'm late, gentlemen.
Just got started, Bob. Take a seat.
It's okay. Proceed.
Great leaders aren't born, they're made. Right here with the technology developed at CRS.
You do know the patents were obtained from a private vendor, Cyberdyne?
Cyberdyne? It's ancient history.
Using designs generated by Skynet, we need no longer risk the well-being of our men and women in uniform. Robots will take their place on the front lines.
Hi, I'm Chief Master Sergeant William Candy. I was honored to be selected by CRS in the ongoing effort to save American lives.
I don't know about that accent.
We can fix it.
It is now within our power to make war safe, and that is truly priceless. CRS brings you the face of the future. Ooh, it's me.